This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, I've got my Diet Coke. I've got my jeans on today.
That sound.
God,
Chef's kiss.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, am I right? But it's not 5 o'clock, it is 2 o'clock. We've got you for 2 hours and we're so thrilled. It's Friday. The sun is shining almost everywhere. A little bit rainy in Sydney and Brisbane, allegedly.
Yeah, right.
But I've got a lot going on at the moment, Jack. And I'm opening up the brag book for Say G'day. Just love on one of your children. You can only pick one. And today I'm going to tell you a story about my middle son, Kit, who I don't talk about very much because he's so easy. He's the kindest person I have ever met.
Yeah, okay.
And I tell him that all the time. I'm like, I'm not saying this as your mother. I'm saying this as somebody that has met thousands of people in her lifetime.
A lot of them are assholes.
And even the real good ones, he's better than them.
Wow.
It's just a privilege to live with this child. He's 12 years old. Yesterday, I had a bit of a meltdown and I was crying.
Really? You seemed really good yesterday.
Yeah, well, things went to shit when I got home. And I was feeling really, resentful.
Yeah.
And, if you've got kids and you're busy, you know that feeling sometimes. You're like, my God, what is in this for me? I put everybody first.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those days.
All too much.
And then I had a little boo-hoo. And, it's very serious when mum's crying, Do you
Scary.
remember as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, mum's crying. Anyway, I've got this thing where I'm very honest with my children. And I said, it's nothing to do with you. It's just like tonight it feels like for 15 years I've just worked my ring off trying to make everyone's life so wonderful. And I'm tired today. I'm tired. And I feel sad for myself. And that's what this is about. Anyway, he disappeared and I was calling him because I was also got a hard rubbish collection, so I was trying to get rid of the rubbish in the laundry. Anyway, I had a question for him. I'm like, do you need this? Couldn't find him. He comes back about 15 minutes later and he's all sort of hot. It was a hot night last night. And he's holding a supermarket bag, those awful paper bags that are pointless. And I said, what have you done? He said, I felt like you needed some cheering up. He's walked out of the house after I've had my meltdown.
To the shop?
Walked to the supermarket.
Kit.
And bought me a box of my favourite chocolates, the Raffaellos.
Wow, that is very kind.
It's extraordinary for
Peg
a
and-
12-year-old.
Peg and Leo need to be better.
Oh, Peg's like, have you picked up that Gander T-shirt yet?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are opening up the brag book. Sometimes our kids do something that just floors us with their kindness and thoughtfulness or their dedication to finishing tasks. I don't know, just sometimes they're really impressive.
And shout out to your middle son, Kit.
Chrissy's Say G'day.
We have got family passes to go see Kung Fu Panda.
Yes, only in cinemas March 28.
I'm seeing it on Sunday and I cannot wait.
Oh, you're going to the special fancy
Yes,
screening.
I am going to the special fancy screening. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Chrissy.
Don't you love the idea of a brag book? Because sometimes all we do is complain about our children.
Yes, very true. It's a long progress from birth till 18.
It sure is. Now, let's flip the script. Why are your kids the best?
My children are 16 and 18, and last year their father was diagnosed with inoperable cancer. And as of 2 days ago, he has been cured after 6 surgeries, 2 rounds of chemo, 2 rounds of radio and chemo, almost dying. And they have been my absolute strength. They have not left his side. They have given up everything just to support him, whether it's making a bed, a green cordial, whatever it is, watch a movie, nothing compares. And I'm so proud of their love and their dedication and their selflessness. Really.
Yes, their care.
Mm-hmm.
Good on them.
So it makes me a very proud mum to know that I've raised, no matter what they do at school or outside school, they're really good humans. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of them.
Absolutely. And isn't it lovely to get some proof of that? Good on you, Julia.
Sure.
Also, they'll carry that on to their adult years, Julia. I think that's what's really nice about kids that have gone through something like that in their teen or kids'
Yes.
years. I've got friends that have gone through stuff like that, and you can really see it in them as young adults.
Yeah,
There's a
absolutely.
different level of empathy.
I agree.
You're in the draw for Nova's first class and 50k, Julia, and we're also going to send you a family pass to Kung Fu Panda 4, only in cinemas March 28.
Jade, what did your oldest son do?
Hi. He made me a mum to start with, and I'll forever be thankful for that. I went through 10 IVF cycles to have him. I went through 20 in total to have my 2 beautiful children, but he just turned 10 on Monday. So, you know, he made me a mum, and he's just, to be honest with you, I couldn't be more prouder of him. You know, he's so thoughtful, so caring. The other day he asked to carry his nanny's handbag.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm doing the right thing, and I just sort of, when things like that happen, it just shows me that I'm raising him how I really want him to be in life.
What's his name, JD?
His name is Peyton.
Peyton, you are a absolute rip snorter. We are sending you to go see Kung Fu Panda. You'll love it. Let's finish with Carolina.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, what are you writing in the brag book?
I'm bragging about my lovely, gorgeous son, Marcus, who just turned 5 years old.
Oh.
He's very kind and considerate, and he loves helping me out with his baby sister, Sophia, who's only 10 months old, whether it's nappy changes, bringing over the nappies, the cream, the wipes, the bag if it's the poo, or helping with various doors if I'm pushing her through the shops or the library or the toilet.
He's so kind. I can tell that, because sometimes when a new sibling comes along, when, you know, the first child is so established, because he was like 5 when she was born, sometimes there's that real disconnect and like jealousy, but not with your son.
No, he said when she was 2 months old that he was going to marry her, but only when she's older.
Oh,
Marcus?
and also that's against the law.
Yeah, we can't do that. And also, that's a very gentleman-like name, Marcus. I like it.
It is.
Carolina, you are in the draw for Nova's First Class and 50K, and we are also sending you a family pass to Kung Fu Panda 4, only in cinemas, March 28th.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, Priceline Sister Club members. Don't forget, when you shop at Priceline, there is more to love as a Sister Club member. Every point gets you closer to a $5 reward. Scan your card in store or log in online and start shopping.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
What a thrill to be here. You and I have never worked from home, Jack.
Ever. Even during the pandemic, we were lucky enough to go in.
I had one day.
Yes, and it was awful.
When it all started, there was a mad rush for this radio station to get some equipment. So we didn't know how it was going to work. And I did one show and then I went, this is not for me. Too many people at home.
Too many people. And also, we were able to, and very fortunate to have those permits where you could go into work.
I
So
know, how ridiculous. I mean,
obviously, you've got to make use of that.
Remember, we were deemed as essential workers. I mean, come on.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'll take
Over
it
being
too.
at home.
Got me out of the house, got me away from homeschooling, and in so doing, saved my life. But I feel like the whole work from home chapter is slowly closing.
I agree.
The book is closing. Have you noticed that there's a lot more people in this office?
There are, especially on a Friday, Swan, because I feel like a lot of corporations and companies, when everyone went back to work, it's like, okay, you can be at work Monday to Thursday. You have to be at work Monday to Thursday, but your work from home day's Friday. But I feel like that's slowly
But I
going.
feel like that was later on too, the one day. I feel like when we started back, it was like 3 days work from home, then 2, and I reckon it is ending. And it's definitely ending for this guy who worked for a plane company. You know, what are they called?
An airport.
An airport. An airport. You know, they've got lots of engineers that do all of the organisation. They're very clever, those people, the traffic controllers.
Yeah, that would be a tough job, man.
So tough. Stressful, yes.
And are they actually in that tower? I always wonder that.
Yes, they really are. And they're really manually doing it and looking. I mean, the extraordinary responsibility of that. But there was a debacle quite recently where 700,000 passengers were stranded.
Right.
700,000.
Wow, that's a lot of angry customers not getting on QF361.
That is almost as many people that saw my Queen and Saviour in this country, Taylor Swift.
It is.
But the reason that they were stranded, they did a little investigation. and they worked out that the reason that all of it, nearly 1 million people, couldn't do what they wanted to do was because one guy was working from home. And when he was called in to work, it took him 90 minutes to get there.
No.
Well, yeah, because think about it. He would have been at home in his hoodie playing with his cat. And then he had to quickly...
And that's the hard thing with technology these days, because most things these techs can do remotely. I know our beautiful tech Mitch, if I ever call him, sometimes he can be at home and log in and fix stuff for me from home. But when you're at an airport, I'm sure when systems are down, you need someone there flicking the reset button.
And it wasn't just any airport, it was Heathrow on a public holiday. I mean, this is, you would think, wouldn't you, that even if you were a work from home guy, that on that day you'd make your presence felt.
Or surely even if you have some of those teams working from home, you've got one dude on ground at Heathrow.
Correct.
What?
Correct.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're talking work from home. I feel like the death knell is happening for the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is winding up.
And the story you were speaking of just before, Swanee, speaks to sort of why it should be, because if someone at an airport is working from home 90 minutes away from the airport and is required to come in to fix a system, that's a red flag.
That ended up impacting the holidays of 700,000 people. Come on.
Why was he ever working from home?
Also, my question, well, to Amanda, you are working in admin, and how is work from home going?
I love working from home. It's the best.
Can I ask you, you're really the first person that I've had a discussion with about working from home, and Jack and I have never done it. We have theories about why people like to work from home. Why do you love it so much?
Well, one, I don't have to commute to the city. Two, I can go to the gym at 8 or 5 p.m. right on the dot. I can prepare dinner. I've got my time back. I can go to dinner and then I get to sleep in because I don't have to get up till 8:30 or something to start work. You can do all your errands on your lunch break. You dry clean in and everything.
Yeah. See, this is why I could never be trusted to work from home, because I would not do any work. Are there
days?
Are there some days, Amanda, that there's so much more to do at home. That's the thing.
Like on a Friday, Amanda, be completely honest. How many hours of the day are you actually working? Like, especially on a Friday?
A few. Not a full day.
Exactly.
A few.
You're in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K, Amanda. Let's go to Laura Swan.
Oh, Laura, your COVID made your job remote, which is how it made everybody's job remote.
Yeah.
COVID is finished. Why are we still working from home?
Oh, because it's the best. Just like the last caller, you can run all your errands, school drop-off, school pick-up, get dinner ready, take the kids to their activities. And to be honest, I actually get more work done at home because I'm not having to commute. Saving myself 2 hours of travel time. I'm smashing work out in those 2 hours.
See, I think that maybe it would suit different people in different ways. I couldn't do it, Laura, because I would go to do a little bit of work and I would be like, oh, I've got to hang that picture. Oh, I've got to put that washing on. Oh, I'm going to make an appointment to get my fireplace serviced.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills dropped at 2 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon.
Laura,
I think it's much easier. Like, obviously in the beginning, you're probably more inclined to do those sorts of things, but then that wears off and you just focus on your job and you get it done. Like, they can see if you're not productive, right? And it's all going to stop.
Have they tried to bring you back into the office though, Laura?
Look, they haven't forced it. They are encouraging people to come back in. Obviously, people, they're paying rent and they would love to see people come back in.
How long do you think it'll be before it goes from encouraging to a mandate?
Mandatory? I'm thinking probably towards the end of this year.
I think so too, Laura.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
First class and 50K for you, Laura.
Enjoy your gym visits and school runs while you can. Tula.
Hi.
How
are you?
I'm so good. I love you already because Tula means that you're Greek.
Yes, well, Greek descent.
Oh, God, I wish I was Greek. Anyway, Tula, please tell me, what do you think? Work from home, is it dead?
Well, with us, they're forcing people to go back now.
How do they force it?
Yeah.
Is it just an email or what?
Oh, there's been a whole
kind of project going on because they don't have the room for everyone because they want everyone in. Initially, they wanted everyone in on the same day, which makes it really difficult because you're not going to have they're hot desking it.
Oh,
first in, first dressed.
God, how insufferable.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's clickbait.
There was so much around today. So much. But I've settled on a story about Meghan Markle. She has been very quiet, and there was an article last week about what is she up to. Well, I can tell you what she's up to.
Reading articles about Kate.
And thinking, thank
Finally!
God. Thank God the heat is off me for a minute.
She's probably like writing in tips to Daily Mail and TMZ. I heard she had surgery. I'm the surgeon.
I reckon.
Just to try and
here is
fuel it.
Here is a very snarky take on this.
Yeah.
The launch of this brand smells to me. And I reckon that maybe this was all ready to go in July or, forecasted. And she's called up those marketing people and she's gone, let's go now!
Launch!
My reputation's never been worse, as Taylor says. So she's launching a new lifestyle brand.
Meghan Markle is.
Meghan Markle is, and it is called American Riviera Orchard.
Oh, how annoying. No.
Why is it called that?
And also 3 words is just too many. Like, take a leaf out of Gwyneth Paltrow's book. Goop is easy. Just quick and fast. Goop.
What does it even mean? American Riviera Orchard. And then underneath it says Montecito. So they're obviously still living in Los Angeles. There's no plans to move back. If you're just dying to get online and buy some of this stuff, you will be met on the website with cookbooks, tableware, coffee and tea services. I mean, what is even a coffee and tea service? I'll tell you how I serve tea and coffee. Straight out of the microwave.
Yeah.
So unless there's a microwave branded American Riviera Orchard, I'm sorry, Meghan, I'm not interested.
We're all good with an espresso machine, but thanks, babe.
Imagine how up yourself it's going to be.
I know.
Anyway, big night last night. The Real Housewives of
Beverly
Hills. The finale. The reunion.
The part 3 of the reunion, Swanee.
And Kathy Hilton, who is one of my favourites, made an appearance.
She did, and she's not been on this season, but they got her on just to wrap up the season with her sister Kyle.
She's an icon.
Kyle's currently going through a separation. There's rumours that she's dating this country singer. We were all hoping she'd admit that they're in a relationship. She didn't. But the big takeaway for me, Swanee, was something Kathy Hilton said, and it reminded me of you straight away.
Okay.
Because Andy Cohen, who hosts the reunion, he has his own talk show, Watch What Happens Live.
Did anything come of the bad press that he received a few weeks ago? Oh, good, he's gone the way of Lizzo then.
Yeah, no, it all
Teflon.
just went away, full Teflon.
Good.
And Andy asked her whether she'd watched any of the show this season, and her answer was just peak chaotic Chrissy.
Kathy, had you seen the show this season?
Oh, I watch all the clips.
Oh, you watch all the clips?
Yes.
Okay.
Instagram. The interweb.
Okay. You didn't watch the show, but you saw the clips.
No, I don't watch anybody's show, but I actually watch What Happens Live.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I like that because it goes by so quick.
Yes, it does. Okay.
That is my preferred delivery method, Fanny. That's how I'm watching this whole season of Married at First Sight.
Just clips.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, we have hatched a little photographic plan that you are going to love. Make sure you keep your eyes on our Instagram, the Chrissy Swan Show. Welcome to the show. We've got an hour left with you and we're delighted to have your company.
How good.
Now, you and I have been super busy and our agenda keeps on growing about things that I need to shelve with you. Like, you need to sort me out.
Yes, yeah.
This is an urgent one though, so I've got to get clearance. I was actually going to leave the house tonight. Bethany Frankel is doing an In Conversation.
Yes, her first Australian shows tonight in Melbourne.
Yes, and I am very excited, even though it starts at 8:00 p.m, which you know is way past my bedtime.
I'm shook it's even a consideration
That's
for you.
normally Woody time for me.
Yeah.
But I made the exception. I thought, I'm going to go and see her. I'm going to leave the house. As Peg was going to school this morning, my 10-year-old daughter, she said, you know what's live tonight? And I said, what? And she said, Taylor Swift Eras Tour on Disney+.
Yes.
Now, I am torn because I want to see that because there's added extras in there.
I know.
There's 4 new songs.
One of them is Maroon, which I love.
So do I. An acoustic version of it.
Not mad on the acoustic version, damn it. I thought it was just the original.
No, it's the acoustic version and Death by 1,000 Cuts and Cardigan.
Which Cardigan is your ultimate.
I know.
But I'm sorry, Swanee.
But Bethany Frankel.
You have seen the Eras Tour in the cinema.
Yes.
You have seen it live at the MCG,
Yes.
not once but twice.
Yes.
You have never seen Bethany Frankel in the flesh. As a Housewives connoisseur that I am,
Yes.
she is like top 3 housewives of all time.
Really?
She's OG New York City housewife. You must go and see Bethany in conversation. And she's like a business mogul now. I feel like you'll learn a trick or two.
Okay, I'm going to go to the coffee machine right now so that I'm still awake at 8
Okay,
o'clock when
great.
Bethany comes out.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do Quizzy.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Oh, yes, I've got a bum bag and I am not afraid to give it away. Maybe it's to you, Renee.
Hi.
Hey, you're in Burleigh. I used to have my Christmases in Burleigh Heads with that great big gorgeous Christmas tree in the park.
Oh, it's gorgeous up here.
And
Although
you-
it's rainy today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You know, my favourite part of those holidays was I would walk barefoot into that milk bar down there and I would get, they don't exist anymore, it was a vanilla ice cream with little tiny raspberry balls all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Wicked, it'd go pink. Yeah.
Yes! I miss it every day.
I love that my memory of Burleigh is just getting absolutely totaled at Burleigh Pav.
I was going to say, maybe it's like Rick Shaw's, man.
Yeah, just having like a bug roll and stuff.
Oh, yeah. With a dill, with a dillo.
I was wondering what you were going to say there. With a dill.
Renee, ignore my friend. Paige, you are the worthy adversary here in competition for this bum bag. You confident?
I am, yes.
Do you remember the icy pole that I was talking about or no? Too young.
Frosty fruits or something?
Nah, man. No, you can still get a
Calippo.
frosty fruit. Nah, you can still get a clipper. You can't get this one.
Good try though, Paige.
All right, let's get cracking, ladies. Your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, which means first person to get 3 correct gets the bum bag. Question number 1. Splendour in the Grass this week revealed its 2024 lineup. Can you name one actor? Yes.
Renee.
Paige?
Kylie Minogue.
Yes. How exciting is that?
I would consider going to a festival to see Kylie Minogue.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Not even for our queen.
I'll go to Vegas.
Which 3 states, or not with your credit card, you
No,
won't?
true.
Which 3 states or territories does the Simpson Desert straddle?
Paige?
Yes, Paige? I'll take 2.
New South Wales.
No. Renee, for the steal?
Just 2.
South Australia, Victoria.
No. God, geography's not your strong suit. You wouldn't be going for the blue pie on Trivial Pursuit, would you?
Northern Territory, Queensland and South Australia, for those wondering.
Question number 3. Mariah Carey released this song 19 years ago today.
Paige,
Yes, Paige, do you know what it's called?
we belong together.
Correct. Have you seen her lately? She does not look a day over she was when she released that song
She's getting
19
some
years ago.
Good work.
Extraordinary. Shout out to her kids, Moroccan and Munro. Question number 4. What does fast food chain KFC stand for?
Renee.
Yes, Renee?
I'm sorry, I think
Oh, that was
Paige.
Paige.
I'm sorry,
It was Paige.
Paige.
Oh, sorry. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes! And oh my God, how much do you want a 2-piece feed with a little bit of gravy, a little pot of gravy right now? Good on you,
I love
Paigey.
dinner.
You are both also in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I had an MRI, which sounds very
I
serious.
was going to say, are you going to make it through the week?
I am going to make it through the week. I mean, sometimes it's sad that I am going to, but I am. No, I've had a very sore wrist for a very long time.
Yes.
And I've, as we all do, make excuses for it. Oh, it first started to hurt when I was pregnant with Peg. She's about to turn 11, yeah. So then I just self-diagnosed, as you do. I was like, it's carpal tunnel, happens to pregnant women all the time.
Okay.
But that doesn't explain...
Your baby's 12.
I know. It's like it still hurts. And then, you put a bit of Voltaren and cream on it and get cracking. But I was on holiday in Queensland visiting Granddad, earlier on in the year. And I pulled a cup of milk out of the microwave because that's how I have my coffee. I'm fancy.
I know.
And the cup fell out of my hand. My hand and wrist was so weak. I know.
That's full grim.
I know. I felt like, oh my God, I'm turning into,
You're 85 officially.
Ruth Cracknell from Mother and Son. Anyway, I thought, look, I'll get onto that. And I have. And of course, nobody knows what's wrong with it, but I've booked in for an MRI, but they still don't know what it is.
And this is after the MRI. They don't know what it is.
No, I only had the MRI yesterday.
Right. An MRI, excuse my ignorance, is that the one where you lay down and it's the full body scan?
Yes. So you are inserted into a huge metal bullet. It's like something from the Minority Report, which is a very old reference, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So normally you go in on your back, but because they were looking at my wrist, I had to go on my tummy like Superman. And, medical professionals are just the best ever. It's always my favourite interaction of any day.
So interesting.
A nurse or an X-ray guy or whatever. And the MRI people were absolutely no exception. So I went in. I didn't have to get naked or anything, which I was sort of upset about. I know. I like to get them out. Yeah. Anyway, he made this big song and dance, this lovely young man saying, have you ever had an MRI before? And I said, no. And I admit I was a bit nervous because, I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but I don't know 100% for sure how I'm going to cope in a tiny little hole.
I don't care who you are. When you walk into those rooms in that sterile, hostile, white environment, it is intimidating.
It is. I agree.
And loud.
But I was sort of excited because I felt like I was going to get to the bottom of, what was going on. Anyway, he did all the right things in terms of warning me. It's very noisy. It's very claustrophobic. It's always uncomfortable, but yours in particular is a very uncomfortable one because you've got to be on your tummy with your arm out and you've got to be completely still for 20 minutes.
Is this guy trying to scare you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if maybe people whinge about it. I don't know. So I was, nervous, but I'm a brave baby. So I get in there. And before I got in, he goes, look, it is noisy in there. And by noisy, I mean, these are the sounds. I didn't know how noisy it was. These are the exact MRI sounds. Sounds like you got to pick up the phone. This one is weird. And then the whole time...
You left a toy on.
You've got a cannula in your vein pumping stuff in. It's a very weird situation, but I survived. Anyway, he said, look, it's very noisy. We've got some headphones. Would you like to listen to something? And I said, would I? I will have Taylor Swift folklore, please, from the beginning. So this is actually what it sounded like in that bullet for a full 25 minutes. This. I could barely hear my Queen and Saviour. When I came out, he said to me, are you okay? I said, you know what? I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. I said, it was so nice to stop. He goes, you got lots of kids, haven't you? And I said, yes!
After those noises, I'd be then going straight to the psych ward.
I know.
That's
apparently all the mothers love it.
Wow, that says
no
a
one's
lot.
asking anything of you.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And yes, I'm just finishing a piece of KFC.
Chrissy's correspondence.
Can recommend microwave KFC. Works. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Yum.
Send us an email. We love hearing from you. Hit us up at Instagram, The Chrissy Swan Show. How about this? Whenever anyone from Geelong in Victoria calls into the show, I ask them the same question about the Pancake Kitchen and also, do they know Nina Barfield from Leopold? And sadly, no one has ever said yes. But Sharon has given me a reason why no one has ever said yes. She goes, Chrissy, I need to tell you after mentioning the Pancake Kitchen in Moorabool Street, Geelong twice in the past month or so that it has not been there for bloody years. I did know that, I think. It was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek. She goes, also, I live in your ex-boyfriend's hometown of Leopold. Happy to help you connect with his mum as well. Love your guts, Sharon.
Oh, is that Nina?
Yeah, Nina.
Oh, shout out to Nina.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a little bit of radio theatre.
Yeah.
I can call Nina whenever I like.
Of course you can.
All right, Anna saw me cooking on Instagram early this week. For some reason, do you do this? I mean, you never go to the supermarket and buy fruit and veg anyway, but sometimes you go to the supermarket like 4 times or 5 times in a month and you can't remember whether or not you've bought red onions, and then you buy them again.
Yeah, you have
and
heaps.
then you end up with about 30 red onions.
I quite literally do that with red onion. That's so weird.
Why is it always red onion?
Yeah, it's red onion.
And oranges for me.
Oh, really?
I do it with oranges too.
Vitamin C gal.
Anna saw me cooking on Instagram earlier this week and I was just softening up some red onions and she says, trumpets will be on tomorrow.
As
it means
in
you're going to get a bit farty. And Anna, you are right. Onions do it to me all the time.
Really? I've never noticed that.
Well, I try not to fart around you.
No, I mean
it's very
me.
bad
I'm
manners.
not sniffing your farts, but I mean...
But do you... Oh my God.
No, I mean, like, I've never... Is it known that it has that effect on people?
I think it might be one of those things that affect some people in that way. And it certainly does me. And chickpeas. Tanya reached out after seeing my Hobart trip. I went away with my primary school girlfriends last weekend. It was heaven. And she speaks for all of us when she says, hi, Chrissy, your Hobart trip looked super fun. We went the first weekend after school went back with the kids. Never again. The kids were so bored and fought constantly. And there is the outcome of every family holiday. So many times I have looked out the driver's side window, hands gripped to the steering wheel, and just said to myself, why did I ever think this was going to be different?
Do you ever just think about opening the door and just ducking and rolling out the car?
Yes, I do. And let's finish with a little ode to a great song called Gloria, which we enjoyed earlier on this week. This is by the great Laura Branigan. I mean, got your number. Do you know the words?
No.
I think they got your alias. Yes. It's a very sad story about Laura Branigan, actually. I won't share it here.
Yeah, don't kill our Friday vibe.
But Google it.
Okay.
Was it something that he said? All the voices in your head. What a song. This woman wanted me to know that she enjoyed it too. Oh, Giac.
Yeah, that
Nicoletti. Giac.
Giac, what a name.
Giac has a fun fact about this song. Gloria was originally written and sung by Umberto Tozzi and Giancarlo Bigazzi in 1979.
I love a useless fact like that.
I mean, who cares?
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
Which order do you want to do this in, Jack? Mortified a current affair host or Khloe Kardashian?
Let's go Khloe.
All right, Khloe Kardashian. My God.
Your favourite Kardashian.
She is my favourite Kardashian, and I forgive her even this epic Photoshop fail. She's posted a photograph of her and her...
Do you know, it's so bad that I know who this is. This is Paxi, who has been their audio producer since season 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Right.
And Khloe and her have now become like best friends because she's miking her every day and they're obviously mates.
Of course, and that means that they would have worked together since Khloe was basically a teenager.
Yeah.
She's posted a photograph of the two of them, gorgeous. You can tell they're great friends. But Paxi has a face, a human face, and Khloe has applied... how many filters?
It's, again, sad that I know exactly what she's done here.
What has she done? See, I'm not across all that.
On the app Facetune, there are several presets, Swanee, that you can apply to your face.
Is there?
Some are more intense than others. Khloe has picked the most intense Facetune effect and popped it on her face, and it's completely, like, restructured her chin and jaw.
I mean, I think she's done this as an act of the sisterhood to take the heat off Kate Middleton.
You reckon?
Yes. She's gone, just let me get this, doll. let me.
I'll cop it for 48 hours.
Absolutely, let them swan on me because that is not a human face.
She looks like the alien emoji.
It's so funny.
The thing with Khloe is she just doesn't seem to care.
No, she doesn't.
Like,
maybe I should get a Facetune app and just.
Let's do it. Let's take a photo of you and I in that same position with you fully filtered with the Facetune filter.
Okay.
I've got a mate who I know can do this, who uses this app.
Will I look as gorgeous as Khloe?
You will, Swan. You will. And we will put it on our Instagram at the Chrissy Swan Show.
Can
Go
you
and
make
have a
my
look.
buzzies all pert and juicy like that too?
I can give you a breastless job.
A breastless job?
Breastless.
Let's talk about Ali Langdon. She is the host of A Current Affair and she lost her mind this week. A Current Affair is live.
I wonder which she prefers, the Today Show live being there at 3:30am or A Current Affair at the other end of the day.
I reckon A Current Affair every day of the week. She's her own boss there too.
True.
But she does need a little bit of help with working out what day it is because this is how she signed off the show on Wednesday.
We'll have that story tomorrow and that's our program. I'm Ali Langdon. Thanks for your company. Have a great weekend.
And then she was cut off just as she was saying, evening. I mean, careful, Ali. You're of a certain age. Everyone's going to be screaming, it's perimenopause.
Speaking of the weekend, it is upon us, Swanee.
It is.
And I really hope you go and see Bethany Frankel tonight.
Well,
live.
I've had a coffee and a Diet Coke in the last 2 hours, so chances are good.
Great.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.